Hi everyone, welcome to another Latitude Motorhomes tour video. So the delivery today is a Meridian 30, all the latest spec. The Meridian 30 is based on the IVECO Daily 72C210, so the higher output engine, the 5100 wheelbase, airbag suspension, diff lock, all the option packs, so it's literally the top of the range truck you can get, which is amazing. On top of the tech that they have, we also add a very sophisticated 360-degree camera system on board, unlike anything you've ever seen in anything else in the market, which is cool. So while I talk, I'm just going to go around and open a few things. In here you've got the 33-litre diesel fuel tank, the petrol fuel tank I should say, for the generator. You've got the end of the actuator there for the slide out. So the positioning of the actuators means that manual override is super easy on these. Touch wood, no one's ever had to use it. Lots of good storage outside. 3mm aluminium storage lockers there. Very heavy duty runners. Obviously there's some accessories and stuff that come with every motorhome as well. So these guys are super excited. They've waited a couple of years for their build. It's finally coming along. The graphics on the outside, this is one of the colour changing ones. This one's called Aquamarine. It goes from like a blue to a green. It's probably my fave out of the colour change graphics. And then I can never remember the colour of the bottom one, but this is the colour we always use at the bottom, so that's really nice. Double entry step. This is the entryway door. We'll go back inside in a little while and we'll see in there. So it's a bit of a sneak peek for now. On the outside, you've got your outside TV set up, which is nice. And you can see also they've added the slide out barbecue. So I need 2 hands to do that, which I don't have at the moment with the phone. But this slides out and it comes out quite a fair distance too, because it's got the double runner, so it comes out quite a fair way. So it does get it nicely away from that screen there. And then the gas bayonet plugs in right here, so that's all set. The bayonet is standard. This is one of the few things that's not standard in our motorhomes, and it's more so just not for everyone. So the standard configuration actually has a bigger TV, but to get the barbecue in there you need to go to the 32-inch TV instead of the 43. So you've got the choice though, so depending on what your priority is, you can go either way there. Now all of these compression locks have got electronic locking servos in them as well, so you just push a button and they'll lock, which is nice. Outside speakers, I love that blue-green flick, that's so nice. Fold down table. You've got your 2 4-kilo gas bottles, so there's not much use for gas anymore. Your barbecue in this case, and the hot water system. And that slides out, it's got a tray that slides out to make it really easy to change gas bottles and flip them over and stuff like that. Really easy mounting system. Now the power system on board, there's not really any options with this because we already maxed it out. So you've got 900 amp hours of lithium battery, 3 kilowatt red arc inverter. On the roof now we have 9 by 210 watt panels, so anyone at maths can calculate that. But we're going to be up around 1.9 kilowatts on the roof, which is pretty impressive. Beautiful colour scheme. This one looks extra glossy too, so they've had us do the graphene treatment, ceramic coating, which helps keep them clean and adds even more shine. So the Meridian does get full paint job up here as well, whereas the Element has a gel coat finish up high and then the paint down low. So that's one thing that, as well as the size and some of the features on board, one of the things that does put the Meridian up a little bit is that full paint job, which is nice. Got that solid aluminium bumper bar here, which is standard. The fully rated tow bar, and you'll notice we've got like the recovery points and stuff there as well. So really well built. We actually design and manufacture those here as well, so very, very nice. You've got the IVECO camera, and as well as you'll notice around the vehicle you've got these cameras here, so there's 4 of those. That forms part of the 360, and they've added a little one at the top there, which they wanted a dash cam, so it's got a front rear dash cam as well. That's one that's designed specifically for trucks, which is nice. If anything ever goes wrong on the road, got that assurance, so that's an easy thing to add. In here got the Alpha charger unit, 240 volt control box, and all the red arc switch gear. So we do have, you can see that down there, there's a, probably not that you need any more solar, if we include an Anderson plug where you can plug more solar in. So where we find customers actually utilise that is if they've got it in storage somewhere where there's no power, they can plug a remote solar blanket in or something to go outside and keep the batteries topped up while it's in storage. So you got your water fill up here for your tank, your town pressure, obviously power, and that's all the service points are kind of here, which is a good idea. You've got an access point to the back of the hot water system and washing machine there. So a little bit of storage in there, but it's more just serviceability in there. The hot water system outlet, generator. So generator still standing. You can see the legs under there too. So there's 4 of the hydraulic leveling legs that come down. As you can see, the wheel guards and everything there. Very nice. So one thing that sets us apart, which I mention in most of our videos, is the fact that the lower lockers do come out with the slide out. So we're the only people to do that in Australia. And not only that, but our design means that there's no load limits on any of these as well. So we've got a special way to support the bins underneath, which means that we don't have to put any limits on you at all, which is great. They've actually deleted the window here. There's normally a window here behind the bed. They wanted to delete that. I think they're going to make a custom bed head or something that's going to go in there. So it'll be interesting to see what they do afterwards. We can look at some of the storage out here. This is in under the bed area. Tons of space. Actually, that bag's got the solar screens in it for the windscreen and the front cab, which is cool. You know, it's like outside lights everywhere, so there's lots of these all the way around the vehicle. And they're all broken up into nice circuits as well, so when you're controlling things, it makes a lot of sense to how that works. Really, really nice. More in there, and you've got the big drawer out here as well. Again, nice big drawers, all sealed and done. Yeah, very, very nice. I'll come right here. You can see the storage box for the leveling system, so that's there, and both the side panels come off that, so it's really easy to access for servicing. So there's something that I sometimes get asked about servicing on the motorhome side of things. So I know other manufacturers require a fair bit of work on the motorhome side of stuff. So for us, basically once every 2 years you need the fluid replacing there, and that's a good opportunity, if it hasn't been done already, service the generator and the hot water system as well. And that's really all it needs doing on ours, which is good. You got your side steps there, which is cool. You can see the other leg there. Really nice. I love these new mirrors. These have been out for a while now, the wider mirrors, which is good. I've had a couple of customers update their old ones to these new bigger mirrors, which is cool. Nudge bar standard. Really nice. I like it. Good colour scheme, I think. And this, actually the internals, people often ask me, you know, what my colour scheme is. This one's getting pretty close, I'm gonna say. Still a big fan of the green, which you'll see when we come in. We've got the front swivel seats to turn around. Just take a moment to take it all in. Yeah, really nice. So the leather is called Sultana, and the green here is Rainforest, and this like light kind of grey colour, it's called Ash. Really nice. And then the splashback, I should remember this one, it is called Portobello. So the splashback's called Portobello. Beautiful colours. We'll do a bit of a walk up and back. Love the bedspread and the cushions. Absolutely lovely. Alright, let's start opening some things from the front. I'm probably due to do another driving video soon in one of these and show some of the tech and how that works. So here we have the 10-inch screen here. So that's Continental 360 camera system. It's got a touchscreen. I do need to actually show that again in action. So electric handbrake, as I said, all the high spec IVECO gear you can get. We've got these beautifully trimmed seats. So whatever leather you choose, the front seats get trimmed in those. They're already the comfort seats from IVECO. So they've got the heated function, better foams and all the adjustability, which is nice. And they're the Latitude developed seats, so they'll turn around without you having to open the doors. So I believe some other manufacturers have managed to get onto that tech now, which is good. We're happy to help that particular supplier just finesse their product a little bit. That's very nice. All right, start opening some things. The new fridge I like, so it's a small update from Dometic there, and you can actually open the fridge from either side, so that's a good thing. We're a big fan of these fridges. The original version we've been running for about 7 or 8 years now. Proven to be very reliable. Nice size too, so they're a bit narrower. but very tall, so it works really well in the layout. The Meridian, you get this extra fridge down here as well, which is good, so it's nice and cold already. Don't be some drinks. Got the Sultana brown leather, which is beautiful. And the diamond stitching that comes with the Meridian as well. Over this side, we've added this curtain here too, which is cool. Get your bench extension. That's nice. So you imagine you got your appliance cupboard there, a couple of power points all set up. Look at that. That extension's super robust too. Like, I mean, you can see how solid all the brackets and stuff are there underneath. And you saw how easy it was for me to pull in and out too, so really nice. It's tucked away, you would never know. You have the Bosch combo oven unit, so that's an oven, microwave grill, air fryer as well, which is pretty cool. I like that. Big beautiful unit, obviously all top of the range gear. We've got the Blum Lego box drawers, absolutely spectacular finish there. And again, the proper brands, the real gear. None of the, you know, there's obviously cheaper alternatives out there, but that's not who we are. So, got your twin induction cooktop there, which is nice. Got your Fisher & Paykel dish drawer. Absolutely love it. More drawer space. And again, those beautiful drawers. Soft close. Huge amount of storage space. These beautiful latches too. Solid stainless steel. Zero faults. Absolutely perfect. We've managed to utilise every bit of space we can, even around the sink here. We try and maximise that. And you've got your little hidden drawer there too. Love it. Absolutely love it. The windows have all got the blockout blinds and the fly screen built in. So that's nice, and it's a black fly screen too. Got your power points there, so we try and keep, you know, everything working well. Got your sink. There's some accessories for this sink too, which I think we've got packed away somewhere at the moment. Lots of overhead cupboard space. And again, these beautiful latches. And again, top of the range Blum Lego box hinges. Blum hinges, I should say. The Lego box is the drawers. So, all beautiful. The Blum lift mechanisms. And again, anti-slam. Absolutely lovely. The way we integrate this range too, like, look at that. That's obviously, you know, really well thought out. The pelmets under there all fit in nice, and there's extra lights. Love it. All right, the table does go up and down, and it swivels too, so if you're wondering about that, they've added a couple little fans, more cupboard space, and again, those soft close mechanisms there, and the solid latches everywhere. So, absolutely beautiful, and really light, easy to pick up and put down. The television does tilt out on the bracket, and I won't do it now because I'm holding the phone, but that comes out really easily, just a couple of latches underneath. You've got the bin. It's a nice 15-litre bin, perfect for two people. A bit more cupboard spacing under here. The back side of this is the outside television, so we still try and maximise the space you've got there under the bed. So one hand, light and easy to lift. Beautiful. And just one hand again to pull it down. No banging. Really nice, beautiful. Next to the bed, you've got some USB ports and power points. Got a wireless charger on both sides. Again, more Blum Lego box drawers. You've got the secondary red arc screen here as well, which is nice. So there's an app on your phone to control things as well. Just while we're looking at controls, up above the door, awning, slide out, generator. You got your water levels and stuff there. So that's really nice, really accurate system there. So obviously we've got all that full ready to go. Done a bit of testing, so there's a bit of water in the grey again. It's nice. That red arc screen there too, so very good. Just on part selection, guys, too. LG TV when we use a 43 and Samsung when we use a 32. Always sticking to the real brands. I know some manufacturers will use some of the cheaper brands out there, and they have their reasons, but for us, we want to make sure we're always using the better stuff. And then even like the user interfaces are better with those TVs as well. So that's all important to us too. Sometimes I get asked about some random brands being, you know, made for motorhomes and caravans, but when you pull them apart, you find that they're just a Chinese TV with a sticker on it that says that it's, you know, made for caravans. So it's a bit disappointing. It is what it is. But we certainly don't have any issues with the LG and the Samsung. So they're going for the IVECO compost toilet. So that's the, I guess we'd call it the standard now in our Meridian, the IVECO. There's also the Klasana plastic bag toilet. So between those two, that seems to be the choice. Now in the past, we've done quite a few with the marine flushing toilets, but that, as much as they're a beautiful toilet to use, the convenience of having the compost or the Klasana seems to be swaying people that way. We can still do all of them. The disadvantage now with the marine toilet though is we can't quite fit the 450 litres of water. We've got to go to 310 if you option that toilet. So just so we've got a tank big enough to utilise that. So again, the beautiful splashback material, the green and stuff there. More cupboard space. Love it. Absolutely love it. They've added the mirrors too, so those mirrors aren't standard, but it's a nice little addition. So lots of mirrors everywhere. The full size Bosch, like a 10 kilo washer dryer combo. I actually have this exact unit at home after some a number of customers told me how good it was. So it's one of the few washer dryers that actually does a really good job drying. So it's definitely a thing. You've got the feature wall in the shower, and I love that one. It works really well with the green, the rainforest green, so that's good. And often on the videos, I'll say on pretty much most of them, you don't really appreciate the size of the shower from the video. So the only real way to do it, close that up. The only real way to do it is to kind of have a look. But there's like easily room in there for two people to stand comfortably. So got them proper nice shower head and all the nice gear as well. So all right, guys, your aircon in the roof, fan hatches here and in the kitchen as well. So Starlink stands on the roof too, the huge solar, the huge battery, big inverter. Yeah, they've added a couple of little small accessories on this one, but one of the real thing behind both our models, the Element and the Meridian, is that all the expensive stuff's standard. There's only a couple of things really you can add, and they're more personal choice than, you know, what we kind of think that everyone would want. So that's the only reason they're not standard. We'll talk about, I know a few of you watch all these videos from start to finish and listen to everything I say, which I love. I'm going to do a video soon going through some progress on the 4x4, because I've seen we're getting a lot of excited people, a lot of messages about that. So that's cool. I'll tell you a little bit. At the moment, it's got a 4100 wheelbase, 4175 I think it is, so a fair bit shorter wheelbase than this, which really is better suited for off-roading. So therefore it's a smaller motorhome, but with our slide out and how robust that design is and how strong it is, we're happy to put a slide out on that, and also combined with the fact that we've imported a special articulated body system for that, so it doesn't put any torsion into the frame, which I know other off-road type companies are concerned about, you know, twisting. So this articulated body mount, it's a proven system and perfect for what we want. So I just love looking at these colors. Look at that. Yeah, I reckon about the only thing, this is probably showing maybe what's trendy at the moment, what I like. Probably about the only thing I'd do is maybe a timber style bench top with this almost this exact color scheme. I like it. But anyone that knows me knows I love the green, so I'm a bit biased. And we got a couple more. The next one's going to be a cool kind of, I don't want to say red because it's not the way I would just describe it, but it's like a burnt kind of red color for the cabinets, which is going to look really cool. All right, guys, just about to hit 20 minutes. I think I've shown enough for everyone that gets excited about when their build's coming up. A few new projects on the way as well, which is cool. And these guys will be here any minute to pick it up. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get updates on new videos. If you've got a build coming up and you love this color scheme, take some screenshots and we can use this exact one if you really want it, or we can tweak, you know, even in the brown leathers, there's probably about 7 or 8 leathers that are similar if you just want to personalize it to your own. But I'm a big fan of this one. Any questions, you can ask in the comments. You can call me, call the office, email, all the socials, all the normal stuff. All right, guys, have a great day. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.